In a quiet valley surrounded by rolling hills and meadows, there stood a small farm that everyone in the nearby villages admired. Its barns were painted a cheerful red. The fields stretched wide and green, and the farmer was known for his kindness to every creature that lived there. Among all the animals on that farm was a pig named Clement. Clement was round, pink, and soft, with a curly tail and big, thoughtful eyes. But even though he was kind, Clement often felt invisible. The cows would always tell him, "We are the most important here, Clement. Our milk feeds the farmer's family and makes butter and cheese. What can you do?" The hens would cluck in agreement. "We lay eggs every day, fresh and warm. What do you do except eat and sleep?" The goats bleated. "We can carry heavy loads and climb to places no one else can reach. You only roll in the mud." Even the farm dog would bark. "I guard this place with my life. But you, pig, what danger can you possibly stop?" The cats would flick their tails and say slyly, "We keep the rats away, while you do nothing but grow fat." Though their words hurt, Clement never argued back. He would often walk to the far corner of the field, under an old oak tree, and think to himself, "Maybe they are right. Maybe I am worthless." But deep inside, Clement had a different kind of strength. He cared. He listened, and he noticed things that no one else did. One warm afternoon, while lying under his favorite oak tree, Clement saw something unusual. A group of children from the village had come to the edge of the field. They carried small, empty baskets, but they looked lost and sad. Clement waddled closer, his snout twitching with curiosity. He heard one child whisper, "We wanted to pick berries for the travelers, but the goats already took the farmer's big baskets to the market. We can't possibly carry them all in our hands." Clement's ears perked up. Slowly, he walked over to the children and nudged their empty baskets gently with his nose. Then he lay down, grunting softly as if to say, "Place them on my back." At first, the children laughed. A pig carrying baskets. That's silly. But Clement stood firm, letting out a determined little snort. So, they tied the small baskets to his back. The pieces of cloth. To their surprise, Clement carried them steadily all the way to the farmhouse, not spilling a single berry. When the farmer saw this, he chuckled warmly. "Ah, Clement," he said, "you found your own special way to help." The other animals noticed, too, but they just shrugged it off. "It's nothing," muttered the goats. "One small thing doesn't make him useful." But Clement did not stop there. The very next morning, the farmer's youngest child accidentally dropped his favorite wooden toy into the river. The cows mooed. "It's too deep for us." The goat said, "We can't swim." The hens and cats stayed far away from the water. The dog barked nervously from the riverbank, but dared not enter the strong current. Clement, however, waddled right into the shallow water. He couldn't swim like a fish, but his strong, buoyant body floated just enough. With careful little paddles, he reached the toy and nudged it all the way back to the shore. The little boy was so happy he ran and gave Clement a big hug. After that, the other animals started to see Clement differently. They saw him gently herding the ducklings away from the road when a cart was coming. They saw him using his strong snout to dig up sweet roots for the old horse who had trouble chewing hay. He wasn't the strongest, or the fastest, or the one who produced milk or eggs, but he was the one who noticed, the one who cared, and the one who was always there to lend a helping hoof. One day, the farmer gathered all the animals and said, "Every one of you is important. The cows give milk, the hens give eggs, the dog protects us, but Clement, he gives us his heart. He teaches us that the greatest strength is not in what you can do for yourself, but what you do for others." From that day on, no one ever called Clement useless again. He was Clement the helper, Clement the kind, Clement the heart of the farm.